I'm 27 years old. I've been married to Mark for 2 years. In the beginning, it was amazing. We were so happy, always laughing. But things are different now. Mark isn't the same. He says I'm not good enough. He tells me I'm selfish. He acts like I don't care about him enough. He gets this angry tone, and it feels like I can't do anything right. Every day, he finds something wrong with me. It makes me so sad. I cry almost every day. I really try to be a good wife, but it never seems to be enough. He says I only think about myself. He tells me I should do more for him and his family. It really hurts. I try to show him I care, but it feels like nothing ever changes. I want to make him happy, but he's always angry or disappointed in me. It's hard to live like this. I try so hard not to ask for much. I try to accept him for who he is, but why can't he accept me for who I am? Why do I always feel like I'm falling short? I've started to feel afraid. I'm afraid to buy something for myself because he might accuse me of being selfish. I'm afraid to take a day off work because he might call me lazy. I'm afraid to relax because he'll say I'm not doing enough around the house. Some days I feel completely lost. I don't know what to do. I keep wondering what I'm doing wrong. I want to be loved for who I am, but it feels like he doesn't love me anymore. It makes me feel small. I used to be confident, but now I constantly feel like I'm not good enough. I do everything I can. I cook, I clean, I try to be kind, but it's never enough. He always says, I need to change. One day I told him, I try so hard to be a good wife, but nothing makes you happy. He just looked at me and said, you don't try hard enough. I felt like he wasn't even seeing me, or how hard I was working. I've started thinking maybe I should leave him. We don't have any kids yet, and I'm still young, but the thought of leaving is terrifying. I'm scared to lose him, but I'm also scared to keep living like this. I think about it sometimes, but I don't know if I can actually do it. I don't want to be alone, but I also don't want to be unhappy. Sometimes I wonder if I'm the problem. Maybe I am selfish. Maybe I don't do enough. But deep down, I know I'm doing my best. I just wish he could see that. One day, after another fight, I felt really down. I went to our bedroom and sat on the edge of the bed. I cried for a long time. I kept asking myself, why am I always the one who has to change? Why can't he see how hard I'm trying? I wanted to talk to him, but I was too scared. Scared of what he would say, scared of how he might react. When he finally came into the room, he looked at me and said, "You're still crying? This is what I mean. You make everything about you." I tried to explain that I was so tired. "I'm not trying to make everything about me," I said, my voice shaking. "I just want to be happy. I just want to be good enough for you." He didn't answer. He just walked away. I sat there in silence, feeling completely alone. I started thinking about everything. I thought about the good times we had, and I thought about all the bad times. And I realized something: I can't live like this forever. I can't keep trying to change for someone who doesn't even see me. I need to love myself first. So, I decided to take a step back. I started doing things for me. I took walks in the park. I spent more time with my friends. I started taking an online photography class. I tried to find happiness again, not for him, but for me. It was hard at first. Mark didn't like it. He said, "You're changing, Kaun said, he was said Karain. You're not the same woman I married. What's going on?" But I knew I needed to change. I needed to find my own peace. One day, I told him, "I can't keep trying to make you happy if you're never happy with me. I need to focus on myself. I need to be happy with who I am." He didn't say anything. He just looked at me, and for the first time in a long time, I felt strong. Maybe this was the beginning of something new. Maybe I was finally learning to take care of myself. The days after that were still tough. I knew Mark was upset, but I also knew I had to prioritize myself. I started to feel better. I realized that I don't have to be perfect. I don't have to do everything he wants. I just have to be myself. I still love Mark, but I'm learning to love myself first. Maybe that's the answer. Maybe when I learn to love myself, I can be a better person, a better wife. But I can't keep living in fear of not being enough. I don't know what will happen in the future. I don't know if my marriage will stay the same or if it will change. But I do know one thing: I am enough. I always have been.